Hey, welcome back. Today we are looking at something called quadratically related variables. Big words, I know, but relax. It just means one thing depends on the square of another. And it hides a really cool surprise. Let us dive in. Here is the idea. Sometimes, when one number grows, the other does not just grow, it grows by a lot. We say y is proportional to x squared, and we write y equals kx squared. That little k is just a fixed number, the constant. To find it, you divide. K equals y divided by x squared. And here is the cool surprise. When x doubles, y does not double. It becomes 4 times bigger. Why 4? Because 2 squared is 4. Square the change and things blow up fast. What does it look like? When you graph y equals kx squared, you do not get a straight line. You get a lovely U-shape called a parabola, sitting right on the origin. That U-shape is the fingerprint of anything squared. Example 1. Y is proportional to x squared. When x is 2, y is 12. Find k and the rule. Start with y equals kx squared. Put in the numbers. 12 equals k times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, so 12 equals 4k. Divide both sides by 4. K equals 3. So the rule is y equals 3x squared. See? Find k first, then you have the whole rule. Example 2. A real one. When you drop a ball, the distance it falls is proportional to the time squared. In 2 seconds, it falls 20 meters. Find the rule, then the distance in 5 seconds. First find k. 20 equals k times 2 squared. That is 4k, so k equals 5. The rule is d equals 5t squared. Now for 5 seconds. 5 times 5 squared is 5 times 25, which is 125 meters. Notice how fast that grows. Example 3. An 8R style challenge. Y is proportional to x squared. When x goes from 2 to 6, y increases by 64. Find k. We know y equals kx squared. At x equals 6, y is k times 36. At x equals 2, y is k times 4. The increase is 36k minus 4k, which is 32k. Set that equal to 64. 32k equals 64. So k equals 2. Let us picture it. Take y equals 3x squared from example 1. Plot a few points. At x equals 1, y is 3. At x equals 2, y is 12. And the same on the left side, because squaring makes negatives positive. Join them and you get that smooth U-shape, the parabola, with its lowest point, the vertex, sitting at the origin. Both sides climb like mirror images. Where does this show up in real life? Braking your car. The distance you need to stop is proportional to your speed squared. At 20 kilometers an hour, you might need 4 meters. Double your speed to 40, and you do not need 8 meters. You need 16, 4 times as much. That squared rule is exactly why speeding is so dangerous. Quick recap. Y proportional to x squared means y equals kx squared. Find k by dividing y by x squared. The graph is a U-shaped parabola through the origin. And never forget the big surprise. Double x and y jumps to 4 times bigger. Now you try. Pause the video and solve these 5. 1. Y is proportional to x squared. When x is 3, y is 18. Find k. 2. If y equals 2x squared, find y when x is 5. 3. P is proportional to q squared. When q is 4, p is 48. Find p when q is 6. 4. When x doubles, what happens to y? 5. Distance is proportional to time squared. In 3 seconds, an object falls 45 meters. Find the rule and the fall in 6 seconds. Ready? Let us check them together. Question 1. K equals y over x squared. That is 18 over 9, which is 2. Question 2. Y equals 2 times 5 squared, that is 2 times 25, 50. Question 3. First find K. 48 over 16 is 3. Then for Q equals 6, P is 3 times 36, which is 108. Question 4. When X doubles, Y becomes 4 times bigger, because 2 squared is 4. Question 5. Find K. 45 over 9 is 5, so D equals 5t squared. For 6 seconds, 5 times 36 is 180 meters. Brilliant work! You are really getting the hang of this. See you in the next one.